Shalom Mashpuka. I pray everyone is doing well today. This video is this is a special word from Yahuah. This is a special word from Yahuah from him to us. These are some of the things he wants us to know and to understand. When we're going in our life, our daily life, we're promised to have trials and tribulations. It's not going to be an easy ride. It's like life is a roller coaster, ups and downs. It's full of ups and downs. So he wants us to have our strength and our comfort in him. He is the one that gets us through our trials and all of our tribulations. This is Psalms 51, 1 through 7. This is what we must do. It says, "Have mercy upon me, O Yahuah, according to your loving kindness, according to your multitude of your tender mercies. Blot out my transgression." We are to ask him to blot. We've already asked him to blot out our transgressions and the transgressions of our forefathers. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from all unrighteousness. For I acknowledge my transgression, and my sin is ever before me. Against you only have I sinned. We sinned against him. We as a people, we as a whole, Yasharal, we're scattered across the earth. We're scattered because we sinned against him. We've done evil in his sight, that he might be justified when you speak, and be clear when you judge. Behold, it says, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, you desire truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you shall make me to know wisdom. So listen, this is what we want from him. We want him to make known to us his wisdom. 7, purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I will be white as snow. This is his word. This is what we need. We need him to wash us, to cleanse us. Psalm 55 and 22, cast your burden on Yahuah. We should know to do this. We should know we all have burdens. That's why it says cast your burdens on him. Take your burdens and cast them on him, and he shall sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. If you're righteous and you do these things, then you will be steadfast. This is what it means. You'll never be removed. Psalms 34 and 18. Yahuah is near to those who have a broken heart. Many of you that's listening right now, you have a broken heart. What broke your heart? Why are you sad? Different people have different situations. Now, I must make this point. We all have different situations, but we don't deal with our situations the same. Some of us deal with our situations different than others. And some of us, through our poor decisions makings, we cause unnecessary tribulations upon ourselves. And we have to be very careful to make our decisions based on his word and his word alone. If we make our decision based on what other people are doing, we will go off and we will have much more trials and tribulation. He's going to stand back because we didn't make our decision based off of his word. He's going to stand back and watch what happens to us. And we cause unnecessary heartache and pain. He says, and save such as have a contrite spirit. Psalms 22 and 24. For he has not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted. We are the afflicted ones. We are the poor. Nor has he hidden his face from them. He has not, listen, the only time he hid his face and the only time he hides his face from Yasharal is when we go after other mighty ones. Then he hides his face from us. This is, but when he cried to him, he heard. This is what we did. This is what the Most High taught us, how to cry out to him. And when we cry out to him, he hears our cries. Lamentation 3, 22 and 23. It says, through Yahuah mercies, we are not consumed. It's only because of his mercy. It's only because of his words. It's only because of the promise he made to our forefathers. We are not consumed. We should have been consumed. This is because his compassion fail not. They are new every morning. great is your righteousness. Great. He is great in his mercy and his kindness, tender. He's wonderful. He's great. Because of the things we did, we are not worthy of him. But here he is, forgiving. Nahum 1:7. Yahuah is good, and we know him to be good. He's been good to us. Yahuah is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. What day of trouble? When you have your trials and tribulations, when you think you can't see no way out of your situation, this is when we must look to him. Again, if we look to people, if we look to ourselves, we will remain in our trouble. And this is also this day of trouble, any day of trouble, Jacob's trouble. It doesn't matter whatever trouble. You make bad decisions, it causes you trouble. And he knows those who trust in him. He knows all of us that trust in him. This is Enoch 93, 1-5. It says, and now, let me exhort you, my children. Here is the Most High. He says, to love righteousness and to walk in it. He's telling us the path. Love righteousness, walk in it. For the paths of righteousness are worthy of acceptation. But the paths of iniquity shall suddenly fail and be diminished. To men of note in their generation, the path of oppression and death are revealed. To the righteous, he revealed to us. We know the path to oppression and death. Those paths has been revealed through his word. He's shown it to us. It says, but they keep far from them. We must stay far from these ways, these roads, and do not follow them. Don't follow men. Don't follow the precepts of men. Now let me exhort you who are righteous, to not walk in the paths of evil and oppression, nor in the paths of death. Approach them not, that you may not perish. He's saying, don't go this direction that you may live and not perish. And choose for yourself righteousness and a good life. Walk in the paths of shalom, that you may live. Here is words of wisdom. Walk in the paths of shalom, that you may live and be found worthy. Retain my words in your inner thoughts. We must, listen, when you receive a word, learn to retain his word. Don't get a word and you forget the word. Retain his words. I've saw this. I've seen this. I see it in my family. We have to learn how to retain his words in our inner thoughts. We go from one Shabbat to the next Shabbat, and I ask a question, and my whole family don't remember. Why? They didn't retain his words in their inner thoughts. It says, and obliterate them not from your hearts. It says, for I know that sinners counsel men to commit crime craftily. We know that these unrighteous people, they're committing crime craftily. They are not found in every place, nor does every counsel possesses a little of them. And this Enoch 99:2. In that day shall the Most High rise up and execute a great judgment upon all sinners, that they may protect them from the apple of an eye until evil and every crime be annihilated. So he's protecting while he's removing the wicked, the righteous, he's promised the apple of his eye will be protected. This is his word. This is what we stand on. Enoch 95:1. He says, wait and hope your righteousness, for suddenly shall sinners perish before you. So these sinners, they will perish, and you shall exercise dominion over them according to your will. He's going to take the ones on the bottom and put them on the top. This is what the word is saying here. Ezekiel 36:35. So they will say, this land, talking about our land, that was desolate has become like the Garden of Eden. That land, it shall be desolate, but it will become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste, desolate, of ruined cities are now fortified and inhabited. Psalms 30:5. For his anger is but for a moment. He was angry with us, but that anger was for a moment. And he's telling us his favor is for life. This is what the Most High wants you to understand. His anger was for a moment, and his favor is for a lifetime. Isaiah 51:3, for Yahuah will comfort Zion. This is something we should know. He's comforting Zion. While the wicked is being removed, he will comfort Zion. He will comfort the land. He will comfort the people. It says he will comfort all her waste place. He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of Yahuah. This is blissfulness and happiness. Gladness shall be found in it, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. This is Yada being found in her, being done by and through his people. Remember, he's the mighty one of the living, not the dead. The dead can't do this. Who are the dead? The dead are those that's following men. The dead are those that refuse to obey his voice. When he say come out of her, they make excuses. They refuse. See, when he say come out and they don't, that's the path of death. Make sure we understand that will be the path. We need to know all the roads that leads to death, and we need to know the road. There's only one road and one way that leads to life, life everlasting. Isaiah 66:13. It says, as one whom his mother comforts, so I will comfort you. The Most High said he is here to comfort his people. This is his special word for you. He's here to comfort you in your trials and your tribulations. But you must cast your burdens upon him. You must give, you must not indulge into all of your trials and your tribulations, being consumed by them. This is not what he wants. He wants us to cast them upon him. And this is where comfort comes from him. We need to love on him. This is what he's telling us. Love on me and watch your trials and your tribulations and your problems disappear. It says, so I will comfort you, and you shall be comforted in Jerusalem. You got to get this. Comfort coming in Jerusalem. The ones that are within the borders, we're in position to be comforted in Jerusalem. The ones that's outside the borders, they're not where they need to be. And so this comfort is coming in Jerusalem. You must get that. Isaiah 40:1. Comfort, yes. You see, it's saying here 2 times. Comfort, yes. Comfort my people, says Yahuah. Yahuah is saying here, comfort my people. You should be, if we're trusting in him, our trust is in him, is based on his word. His word comfort us. But remember, we must retain those words within us. If we don't retain those words, we will forget and we will not be comforted. He won't be able to comfort us. We will forget what he said, and we will look at our trials, our problems, and our tribulations. And this is his word, Psalm 89:34. My covenant I will not break. You must know this. Retain this word within you, nor alter the words that has gone out of my lips. He is not changing his word. His word will not change. It is not changing. We stand on his word. Man's word will change, but it's funny, it's amazing how man will walk according to the words of another man and not trust and believe in the Most High. I'm speechless. I don't understand this. I will never get this. That you would believe a man's word over the Most High's word. We have his word. We get comfort through his word. And we don't seek the comfort of men. This is why I tell you, go to him. Don't trust anyone. You go to him. Go to his word. Study for yourself. He will reveal things to you that you've never seen before. One last point. Make sure your decisions, once again, is based off of his word. If you make bad decisions, poor decisions, you will cause yourself more headaches, more tribulations, more problems. And so this is what you need not to do. Allow your decisions to be based upon his word and his word alone. Shalom.